Tyler Herro ass, boy. Socked him. Put the paws on him. And low key, it's kind of interesting just because where is that? It's low key kind of interesting just due to the fact that they so close. Like if you play AAU ball with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like you would think as grown men now, y'all understand each other enough to stay away from that altercation. However, there is sports. It is sports. Not there is. It is sports. Bro, people will swing on their best friend. You feel what I'm saying? Sports ruin friendships just as much as they build them. And a lot of times it's based on how competitive one person is compared to another. A lot of times feelings go into it because people think that one person could have saved them when they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody, I know I sent this to somebody. I think Shams. Yeah, here we go right here. Shams reported on it. Shams reported on it. So yeah, with this one, the altercation. Well, here we go right here. Let's click into it. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro got into a physical altercation in Las Vegas on Friday, in which Adebayo struck Herro. Now, what's funny about this, I ain't gonna lie, is that they got a picture or like a video of Herro after, and we gonna get to that too. They got like a video of Herro after getting socked on by Bam, right? And they says the altercation occurred. Oh, let me. My bad. The altercation occurred at practice in a Las Vegas hotel this morning, sources said, starting when Adebayo approached Herro about comments the guard made critiquing the center on social media after their 7-year run in Miami ended. Now, what did Tyler Herro say that would have pissed Bam off that bad? I don't know. I didn't dig into there. There's rumors that Tyler Herro basically was pissed off at Bam because Bam didn't go to bat for him when they were trying to trade him. However, I'm going to just touch on that first before I continue. How can Bam go to bat for you over your organization picking up Giannis Antetokounmpo? I'm going to say this one more time. How can your organization go to bat for, how can your best friend or Bam or whoever it is go to bat for you over your organization trying to go for Giannis Antetokounmpo? There's no chance of it, bro. He can't. Even if he had a say, there's no way in hell that he's going to be able to stop them from. If y'all was able to conduct a package to get Giannis, there's nothing Bam could have done to stop that package from getting Giannis. So, first things first. So if that's true, Tyler Herro, you just had to, bro. There was nothing you can do. There was nothing he can do. Again, that was the business side of it, of Giannis just being a better basketball player. You get what I'm saying? However, they got pictures of Tyler Herro after Bam altercation, and they saying that like he had like a black left eye. Bow. That ain't how he hit him for real, but that'd be funny. They say Tyler Herro's eye in this video right here. This is literally a video taken right after this happened. Like, this is literally right after this happened, bro. Like, I don't see nothing. I don't feel like. Y'all can let me know if y'all see it. They say it's on this eye. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really see it. But it seemed like Bam ain't hit his ass that hard if he able to be smiling out here, cooler. He probably rung his bell, so bro knew, like, bro, just leave me the fuck alone, bro. Like, Tyler, you tripping on some shit I can't stop, fam. And then they played in college together, too. So they got history. So I'm thinking it's either two rounds this could have went. The homies just got too heated, which happens. The homies get too heated. Or Tyler Herro really says some crazy shit. Because Bam be playing like, he be chilling. Bam don't be on nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Udonis Haslem, because I want to get to that Draymond Green and Udonis Haslem beef as well. Udonis Haslem spoke on how strong Bam is. And Udonis Haslem, that nigga he's tapped into that Heat culture. I think he even worked for him. He's probably like a player and like, what is Udonis Haslem for the Heat? He got to be something. We're going to look it up after this. But I want y'all to hear this video because bro was cooling. He wasn't on nothing. He seemed like he was just chilling, relaxing.
It's all love. It's all love in Miami. I've seen a couple of the guys and the coaching staff, Chris Quinn, Spo, the front office guys. We're all good in Miami, and it's just the opportunity for both sides to reset, get a fresh start, and we're both, super happy for this.
Now, Tyler, ask you see it.
Like, look, like, now some niggas get crazy after they get beat up. Some niggas just get crazy. They start doing that. Start looking like J.J. McCarthy and shit when he was after he won with 126 passing yards. Talking about, yeah. But no, what was I about to show y'all? Cause yeah, bro, Tyler Herro got punched on by its man though. Now, that is we've seen, like, I do think we all looking a little bit much into this, even though his shit is blacked. Don't get me wrong, his shit is blacked now. If y'all call that little, like, underneath the eye part blackened, then I mean I can see it a little bit, but I don't know if that's a bag. It could be the lighting. I truthfully don't know, y'all. I don't know. What I do know is homies fight all the time. I remember, well, I don't remember because I was young. Well, and I'll probably, like, I don't remember, but I know about it because I was young. Shaq and them niggas, Shaq and Charles Barkley fought, and I was young. So I mean, I was probably like 2 when they did it. I don't even know, but Shaq and Charles Barkley fought. They was best homies. Shaq in the interview even said, like, yeah, my mom called me, told me I had to apologize to him. You know what I'm saying? Because they homies. That's what I'm saying. This just might be right now, bro. Herro probably just hurt. You know what I'm saying? Herro probably just hurt. I did want to show y'all. He deserved to get punched on though. See, I hate that I'm just scrolling through shit because I keep seeing shit that I saw. And bro deserved to get beat up. And then look. The way he walked away pissed me off. Talk about just like that. What? Who is he hitting with this uppercut? I just want to know who he hitting with that long ass uppercut. Come on, Herro. If Bam's your man, that shouldn't be happening. That's all I'm saying. Bam's your man, that shouldn't be happening. But like I said, bro, teammates get into it all the time. We might be looking too much into it, but people get hurt too. For example, Dante DiVincenzo, he was on that Villanova team with all of them. He played with Jalen Brunson for a while. So he probably was really hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be hurt now. We seen Luka cry when he left Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to leave Dallas. So it's like, bro, niggas be hurt when shit like that happens, bro. You got to feel for him because, like, it's like, say you've been playing with your high school team for 3 years. You done made brothers in that motherfucker. And you leave your senior year to a new state. Like, come on, bro. That shit hurts. But yeah, man, I don't think it's too much into it. I think they coolin'. Hopefully they coolin'. Shit. Get on over to the messages. I have one more thing I wanted to show y'all about that shit, bro, and I can't find it. I want to know why I can't find it. Shit got me irritated. See, I'm gonna leave some of these for T, cause y'all know we gotta. T ain't here, and we was gonna talk about some of this shit that, yeah. Where is it at, bro? I had it for y'all, bro. I don't know, but like I said, bro, I think just I personally believe this is just an overheated team confrontation, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Herro got traded from the Heat. Who did he get traded to again? The Herro trade. Who did he get traded to? Was it the Bucks? Yeah, he got traded to the Bucks. He was traded to the Bucks. I mean, if I'm Tyler Herro, I'm pissed off because I just got taken off a championship team personally, and these are my last closing thoughts on this. However, though, he got his own team now. He can really think about it like that. Like, now, you might not have a team around you. Like, you might not have a team surrounding you, like, with pieces for you to go as far as you were with the Heat, which y'all were doing y'all were decent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say y'all bad. Y'all are decent. But now you can take your name and either get paid more money and they can build around you, or you just going to fall into the bunch like a lot of teams do, and that's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You feel what I'm saying? But I do want to talk about this. We'll go ahead and move on with some more Miami drama. You feel me? And I hate that the OG UD getting into this because he has always been an enforcer, but he ain't never had to step on shit like it. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all don't know, Draymond Green and Udonis Haslem has gotten into it. They got a little beef going on. You know what I'm saying? I think it's two grown men that just need to go talk. You know what I'm saying? Because they OGs at this point, both of them. So I think they both really need to talk. This is stupid. However, they both Draymond Green and Udonis Haslem from the Miami Heat has gotten into it online, exchange of words due to the fact that Draymond Green called out Udonis Haslem's leadership, so to say. Basically saying like when Draymond Green punched, Draymond is comparing him punching Jordan Poole to Tyler Herro getting punched by Bam. So it kind of Tyler Herro and Bam kind of rolls over into this, which is crazy because these two are literally bickering at each other over something that don't concern neither one of them for real. And even the comparison from Draymond, and I have no beef with Draymond. Shout out to Michigan State alum. I don't rock with Michigan State, but it's a Michigan boy, so I'm gonna rock with it. Saginaw boy. He compares something that's so far gone that I don't see. Yeah, I don't see where it's at. But look, so we gonna start off with Draymond Green comments on Udonis Haslem. So there was we're not gonna watch this whole 5-minute thing, so I just want to sum it up. Here we go, right here. We can do it right here. This is better. I'm gonna sum this up a little bit. Basically, in this video, Draymond is referring to this top video, or I clicked out of it, but he's referring to when he punched Jordan Poole. Udonis Haslem got on the podcast and had something to say about it due to the fact that Draymond Green was supposed to be the second leader on that team. Basically, the leader on that team. The enforcer, the leader, the vet, the one that supposed to help the show go with Steph Curry. Udonis Haslem basically commented on Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole, and Draymond Green didn't like the comments too much. But all Udonis Haslem was saying was basically like, yes, Draymond, you acting like a tough guy, but it's basically at your young buck. You don't need to act like that at your young buck. He's not testing your tough guy energy. He's not testing none of that. He's just saying that's a young buck. And the fact that you bucked up on him like that is weird due to the fact of, well, your status. Just period. It's bad. It's a bad look. It's bad for you due to your status. And Knucklehead over here got in his feelings, which if you in the heat of the moment like that and you're a vet too, reach out to me. Don't go in the pod first. And I think that's where a lot of people, some shit be more sensitive to some people than others. Even if you call him first and be like, well, I do got to go on this pod and talk about this, but I don't care about none of this, bro. Let it be known. Just fuck it. Make it content then. That's all it is anyway. You ain't got to tell your true feelings 24/7 when you on the pod. But let me get to the video, man. On Draymond, and this is Draymond comment on, oh no, that's his pitch. Okay, here we go right here, bro. I'm not going to watch this whole video. I do want to skip over this.
When Tyler Herro got into a physical altercation in Las Vegas on Friday in which allegedly, Bam struck Tyler Herro on a practice court inside Resorts World Casino. Apparently it started when Bam approached Tyler about the comments that he made, critiquing what most took as Bam. He never said Bam name. But I think everyone who heard or read or, heard about what he did or read or saw, I think everyone assumed that it was Bam. On the association, Bam out of...
He doing a lot of talking. I don't care to hear him this much. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Draymond.
He's younger than Bam in the league. Bam has been in interviews speaking with Tyler.
Like
your opinion is what your opinion is, but I saw Udonis Haslem get
hold on.
Really
this is
outspoken about it.
Okay, here's
else didn't have a ton of context because you weren't there, but was really outspoken about it. I didn't really outspoken about it
141. All right,
that
my bad.
Tyler Herro came up under Bam. He's younger than Bam in the league. Bam has been in interviews speaking with Tyler Herro about how, he got my back, I got his back. And I remember one person when the Jordan Poole incident happened with me who was really, really, really outspoken about it, who like everyone else didn't have a ton of context because you weren't there, but was really outspoken about it. And it really bothered me. Was Udonis Haslem. And the reason it really bothered me is because, man, everybody can have an opinion, and your opinion is what your opinion is. But, I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. I had seen that before, and then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, so this dude ain't never been in practice where somebody get into a fight. He ain't never got into a fight in practice. Maybe not. He been in Miami the whole time. Maybe they don't have fights in their practice. The Heat, what is it? Heat.
See, that wasn't a fight, though. A fight's different. You could tell by the approach that Draymond took. Now, again, like he said at the beginning of this video, we have no clue what was said, what Jordan Poole said to him. That's so fair. We have no clue what was said. However, what we do know is you socked the shit out of boy. When you hit him, he dropped. That's not a fight, Draymond. That's not a fight. If anything, that looks like bullying, fam. That's what that looks like. But I'm letting him go ahead.
Culture or heat wave, or maybe they don't have fights. Like, it really threw me for a loop because, I don't really care what most people say, but when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter when you have respect for guys. They say. And so when I saw that, I was just like, damn, man, this dude doing what everybody else doing, acting like he. And
now, that's fair. We ain't got to hear too much more of Draymond. I agree with him. I literally said that before I even, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not seen this video and watched it this long. I just seen the part where he said, and because I was watching it on clips, and he was like, Udonis Haslem was very, very outspoken about it. So that's how I knew. So now that I'm hearing that sounded like bro just was like upset at UD, like, bro, I'm a vet, I messed up, don't kick me for it, like I told y'all, without hitting me up first, bro. I don't want you to be like the other them. Y'all heard the key words he said. Someone I have respect for. Now, people be letting those words just fly, bro. But that's him basically telling you as a dog, like, he the enforcer. So he don't never want to look soft. That's the thing about our enforcers. They don't never want to look soft. They supposed to be the toughest guys in the motherfucking nation. However, him saying that is letting Udonis know, like, bro, I was low-key kind of upset more at you than the rest of the crowd because you could reach out to me. I got respect for you. We done talk. I don't know what the relationship they got. Now, what Draymond Green is also referring to when Udonis Haslem getting into Jimmy Butler is this video right here. Boom, scoop. We gonna pause this real quick, right? I want y'all to be able to see this shit. So, basically, what's being said here, because I remember they got into it, but no one ever said what was said when it happened. You know what I'm saying? However, they was going at it during the game, during the timeout. I don't know how long ago. I forget. Y'all gotta go look up when Jimmy Butler played on the Heat. What was it? 2020? Was it 2020? 2019 to 2025. Okay, yeah. Oh, he got some. Oh, he did get some years because he had that bubble. He had the bubble years. So yeah, it was 2020 for sure. All right, bet. All right, little Joey, remember something then? Goddamn. But no. So what this saying, I can read it to y'all because y'all probably can't see it because the way this shit be, it be suck. It sucks. Y'all see? And then I zoom out this way, y'all can barely see it, so it's stupid. But I'm gonna go ahead and read. Let me pause this real quick. All right, so third year I did go at, and this is Udonis Haslem speaking on Jimmy. Third year I did go at Jimmy. You damn right. That shit you pulled in Golden State and the shit he pulled in Chicago, talking crazy to Hoiberg and disrespecting teammates in practice in Minnesota, ain't gonna fly in the 305. So yeah, I checked his ass. That's vet. That screams vet. That nigga, it becomes a point where he's on the team for the organization. And that's what he's showing. That's what vets are. They're on the team to help the organization develop. They're basically just a player development, actually playing though, in real time. You know what I'm saying? So that's UD. Call it heat culture or whatever you want. But before I let one of the players disrespect Spo in front of the squad, and I agree with him. Him and Spo been together for all his career, nigga. Cut the legs out and disrupt what other 15 guys are trying to get accomplished, I'll kick his ass. I owe that to Zoe and Tim and Glenn and the rest of my OGs. Shouting out his OGs. Now, this is him going at Jimmy Butler and what happened. You know what I'm saying? Read fast, people. Look, we don't know what Jimmy said, but Udonis Haslem, that's firing shit up. Like, Jimmy, calm down. We not your enemy, nigga. They are. You feel what I'm saying? Show them what's good. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the heat of the moment, bro, it's so hard to understand that, bro. You're hooping. Emotions are high. Nigga, sometimes you really not yourself in those moments, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Especially when pressure's on. When pressure on, that means perfection's at the... Nigga, all you can think of is perfection when pressure's on. Because they say if you leave that little bit of doubt, it's going... Y'all know where it's going, bro. Y'all know where it's going. So, that's probably what happened. But for Udonis Haslem to switch that quick to I'll beat your ass, Jimmy said something slick. I'm confident Jimmy said something slick. To do it. Now, if a grown man saying he'll beat my ass and pointing in my face, like in my face, saying he'll beat my ass, there's a different story. If he say he gonna beat my ass, if he say this, he say that, all right, bro, I ain't gotta do shit to you until you touch me. That's how I really feel. I don't gotta do shit to you until you touch me because I don't know how mad I'm gonna get. I don't know where we gonna take this shit. However, I think Jimmy had to stand his ground a little bit because it did get to a disrespectful mode. However, the main difference here is Udonis Haslem didn't sock Jordan Poole. He wasn't in the wrong here. You can clearly see Jimmy's in the wrong here. No one went at Udonis Haslem. Niggas grabbed Jimmy. And that's all I'm going to say there. So, you keep going. And this is stupid. This is what I mean by OGs just be mad at each other for no reason type shit. Because then he go here. Niggas, and as you can see, this is a way better breakdown of it, right? This nigga Haslem went to Twitter to basically break down what happened with this.
I found it.
And how do I put this? I think he really put this shit in great words. Like, if Draymond don't, if he don't admit to like basically being incorrect in this situation, and it's, Draymond's not fully incorrect. That's the thing. Draymond really, if he would have, I think they both wrong. And this is what I'm saying. I ain't even trying to be funny. I hate when niggas do shit like this and be like, well, they're both wrong or they're both right. Or I hate when niggas do shit like this. But in reality, I think that the time, and I've said this before in multiple of my streams, the time window is what made it bad. Like I said, when Udonis Haslem spoke on Draymond, he spoke on him too early. That time window was bad because he didn't take the extra step to reach out to Draymond and let Draymond know he was going to take that interview. You get what I'm saying? Now, even if Draymond was like, bro, I don't want you to take it, that's his money at that point. So then Udonis Haslem got to be like, well, bro, I have to do something. This is my money. I'm not just going to turn it down like when I've been doing this for this long. You know what I'm saying? That's where Draymond could have been incorrect and Udonis Haslem would have been wrong. However, instead of Draymond speaking to Udonis Haslem and telling him how he felt for real, like, dog, as an OG and OG, I did mess up. Because if y'all remember, Draymond wasn't admitting to messing up at first. He was trying to tell the reason. Then a couple years down the line, he said he regretted it and he felt bad because he seen what actually happened to the organization. But now let's get back on point. If UD didn't respond to Draymond in this concept, like it's like they both play a tough guy and they both don't need to play tough guy. If UD didn't respond to Draymond in this concept, like basically trying to school the nigga, like I don't think it would have got taken to this context. You know what I'm saying? Because UD, now you're right. Because you did the right thing in your video. You can't control a 28-year-old and a 26-year-old that grew up together. It's harder. You're not around them 25. You wasn't in Vegas. So technically this has nothing to do with you. Like, you're their vet, yes, but that don't mean teammates don't fight. Draymond just said it in this video. So that's why this comparison makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Then you go and you write a whole story, and Udonis Haslem, you're in the right here, buddy.
Quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole, I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raised this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you gonna have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole. And I just wonder, like, man, he gonna have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole, I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raised this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you gonna have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole. And I just wonder, like, man, he gonna have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole, I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raised this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you gonna have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole. And I just wonder, like, man, he gonna have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole, I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raised this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you gonna have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole. And I just wonder, like, man, he gonna have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole. I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raise this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you going to have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole, and I just wonder, like, man, he going to have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole. I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raise this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you going to have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole, and I just wonder, like, man, he going to have that same energy. I found it quite amusing that they got into it. The one thing that I really started to wonder about was, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole. I saw Udonis Haslem get into it with guys on teams that was younger than him before, a la Jimmy Butler. And then he came out and he like, that's ridiculous. You get into it with your young guy. I can't believe you did that. And it really bothered me because I was like, damn, man, like, when I have respect for certain guys, it does matter. This is two young guys Udonis Haslem raised. And yeah, they not on the same team no more, but if you raise this young guy in the light of what you were saying about me, and now he punches this other young guy that y'all kind of co-raised, are you going to have that same energy? And the reality is, I don't really want him to have the same energy because I love Bam. That's my brother. Tyler Herro, who's from Milwaukee like Jordan Poole, who has a lot of bravado as a young guy like Jordan Poole, who probably says some very disrespectful things like Jordan Poole, and I just wonder, like, man.
Hey, look, we're going to keep it a stack here. I completely think Shannon Sharp was off the run, bro. And I don't even rock with Shakur Stevenson like that. I'm not going to lie. Because, and this is, again, an old head going at a young... Y'all, man, y'all know what it is, man. Another episode of Scoop'nScore. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Hey, do me a solid like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach the subscriber, but I would like to hit 10,000 likes. I'm going to put the goal up on the screen for y'all here very, very soon for Scoop'nScore. Y'all know what I'm saying? We going to keep the content rolling as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got something y'all would like for us to talk about, go ahead and message me, message the Instagram, message the Twitter, message whatever you want to message, the TikTok even, because we got that booming too. But always appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in with Scoop'nScore. Another great episode, and we out of here.